Right, walk up to the windmill, done. Now in my rear view. Okay, let's adjust the camera here. Doing a little bit different of a perspective this time. So, are you interested in becoming a tuber yourself? Well, then you gotta do some practicalities, and the first one is you gotta go out and shoot footage. Then you just dive right in. You learn as you go. Set yourself up for either trying real hard or success. You know, who knows what your niche is, whether you want to be a single issue guy, and if you are, what's the subject? Maybe do some research on that. Or a generalist like me, you know, free to do a video on whatever I want. Okay, so stand by, we're going to cover some of that. This is Richard Nikoley, freetheanimal.com, a blog 19 years in the running with over 5,000 articles I've written and published. Now, I've had a YouTube video channel for 16 years, but I just dabbled at it. Single file uploads mostly. By the time I started this thing in earnest in the beginning of July, so we're 2.5 months into that, and I've done like over 60 videos. Okay, so on Sunday I published a roundup of the 15 videos. 15. Well, actually 16, including the introduction, that I'd done over the previous week. A total watch time, a total of over 3 hours of YouTube footage. The week before that, I did 11 videos, and the week before that, 7 videos, right? I think probably I've hit the limit at 15, though I don't think that's gonna come anytime soon because I'm now gonna shift into writing. The advantage of having a companion blog is that I can do both, either write or do video, or combined. I can do a video that's substantive and then write up a blog post about it, and expand, offer that as premium content, etc., etc. So now let's talk about just some video practicalities first, and then I'm going to talk about the personal practicalities. So the video practicalities is, first and foremost, shoot footage. You've got nothing unless you have footage, right? Do lots of footage. Do it on anything. I've dumped some. I look at it and like, nah, no, not much, because you can actually, what you can do is just extract little things about from it. So throwaways in your footage, you just save those clips that you pull out, rather than deleting the whole thing, or you're trying to edit, but you're like, yeah, it doesn't fit here, but maybe it'll be useful in something else. So you save those, set them aside. Yeah, I use iMovie, so you know, any video software, you can just create an event and dump it into an event, and then you have all these disjointed clips and see if you can make something of it, right? From your trash, from the trash bin, cutting room floor stuff, okay? That's how they make the director's cut of movies, you know, or extended versions. They take the shit they've dumped off the floor and save it, and then they do a different release of it with some or all of that added back in. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, let me talk about the economics while I'm on that. I've done research. So once you're monetized and you enable monetization, which means ads, on average, it looks like you make about $5 per 1,000 views. So every 1,000, so every 100,000 views, $500. 100,000 views, $500. 200,000 views, $1,000, right? So to get a good income of say 2,000, 2,500 a month, you're gonna need 500,000 views per month, right? Roughly, yeah, right? There's some people, I was looking at it last night, a guy named Mr. Beast, right? He has over just a smidgen over 100 million subscribers, right? And in 2021, he made like $56 million. That's big money, right? That's fuck you money, as they say. Are you gonna get there? Most probably not. But can you make 60, 100K a year? You might, right? But even 30K a year, if you enjoy doing these, as I do, it's not bad, right? So strive for it. So that's what, you know, just different streams of income. I'll have this, I have the blog, I have vacation rentals, which is not so good since COVID, but it'll come back, and that's a good hit every now and then, since they're high end and they rent for $3,000 a week. And then of course Social Security starts in February, and you know, I'm almost embarrassed to say it. It'll come out to somewhere around $1,500 a month. If I look at my record, it's like, some people are like, well, it's stolen money. Yeah, it is, but they stolen, it's somewhere, forget the number, it's like somewhere between $200,000 and $300,000 from me since the age of 9. Yeah, that's right. If you're a kid and you have a job, and doesn't matter how old you are, if you have a job, they're supposed to do all the formal stuff. So I've been paying into Social Security since the goddamn age of 9, a child, right? So tell me again about how great America is, your God and country. I'm proud to be American. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm ashamed. Stealing money from kids to support a bunch of old fucks? What a that's fucking evil. Evil, and it's your country. You own it. I own it. Right? So yeah, I guess you could say, well, if you're gonna take Social Security, you got a bunch of, you're being supported by a bunch of teenagers. Well, I guess what goes around comes around. They'll get theirs someday, right? But I'm not gonna walk away from it. Yeah, if I was worth millions, I might, but that's not the case. And it so happens that that my lifestyle here in Thailand is easy on $1,500 a month, plus the money from the membership blog, which is good and getting better. Then I add the YouTube, and I have the vacation rentals, and I'm gonna be publishing some books. So yeah, I'm setting things up right, and I still get to do what I want whenever the fuck I want, including sleeping. So part of this process of doing the videos is I've been getting up between 2:30 and 3 every damn morning. I go to bed early, you know, 8 or 9, and get up at 2 or 3. You know, 2:30 is usually, I don't recall getting up before 2:30. And I just go to work. By the time other people are getting up, I've got like 5 hours in the can of work already, you know, doing everything. And then I go out and I do what I'm doing now, you know, and I just shoot more footage. Why not? Passes the time. I don't even think about it. I'm walking barefoot on rough pavement, you know, not even thinking about it. So that. Now, other practicalities. Everything you want to do in terms of editing, and like I said, I'm using iMovie on the Mac. PC has video editing. On the Mac, you can get Final Cut Pro, which is like literally stuff you can make like theater release studio movies with. But iMovie is plenty good enough. That I haven't even really scratched the surface. But yesterday, after I published those 15 videos and said I was going to slow down and write more, I am writing more. But as long as I'm out here doing my activities, might as well shoot footage, you know, publish it whenever. It's typically timeless anyway. So I went out yesterday. I haven't published the video yet, but I just did a bunch of stuff, trying new stuff, like using 2 selfie sticks, one pointed forward, one pointing backward. And I learned something about my equipment. Turns out the GoPro, if you set it to stable horizon, meaning your horizon is always horizontal, then it doesn't really matter how you move the camera, because I had the phone camera in portrait mode right at my face, but the GoPro was focused out on the surf at like a 30-degree angle, but still came out perfectly straight on the horizon. And I didn't know this until I got home and started and downloaded all the footage and started fucking with it, and I'm like, look at that, amazing. And then I did some so I like, the cool thing is you have 2 cameras, both of them have audio, and once that's synced up, and you can separate the audio. So the audio, so you find which camera has the best audio, and then you separate that out, and you can mute the other track's audio. And so that then you can work independently with the video footage with the audio track just in place. For instance, I can go like I did. I did a short bit on the motorcycle where I didn't have to fiddle with the camera. I did it right in the software. So I was able to, like, after I said some stuff and then I'm just driving, then I speed it up to like 8 times. So rather than cut it out, you just go speed through. So these are just some of the tricks I learned to do. And like I said, just Google it or go to YouTube and search. Someone shows you how to do it, you know, right from the camera or the editing software, you know. And you can be specific to your editing software. Like I look at the ones that are saying, okay, how do you do this in iMovie? Boom, easy, right? You do it. And then you're like, wow, look what I've learned to do in just days to weeks, really. It keeps you in that game, okay? So then, let's talk about some tools. So you want some tools to help you do better, best practices for actually getting your video watched. And so I use 4 of them, all free. See, the thing is, you can go in and pay, right, and you get all these features, but all of them have like free level, so you just get a few and they have different free features, right? I don't mind paying, but I'll do that and go full feature once I'm making money, so that the videos I'm producing is paying for it. I'm not paying, out of pocket, so to speak. So of course there's YouTube Studio itself, which is free, always will be free, and it has quite a bit of stuff, including in terms of the tools and things you can do, after it's already out of your software and uploaded. Like at the end of my videos, those things that pop up, the watermark now that you'll see in the lower right hand side, the scratch thing. Yeah, guy who redesigned my blog just did that of his own initiative, and I'm like, whoa, I love it, right? Perfect. So, great little trademark, watermark for the videos and stuff. So there's all that, analytics, everything. But then, so the other ones I use, and they all have versions, web versions and app versions. So I have both. So you have, oh, and there's an app version for YouTube Studio as well, right? So I typically am using it on the laptop, but I can, if I'm out and about, I can look at the app as well. So then I use a thing called TubeBuddy, and that has some great features for it. And then the other one is vidIQ. I really like that because what the best feature on that is at the free level, it gives you, based on your channel, because you hook up your channel, so it gives you like 3 AI generated video ideas per day. And you can either reject them or you can save them, so you end up with a list of decent, and they're pretty damn good. So like the first day, I saved one of them, canned the other 2. Then yesterday, there was 2 that I liked, so I saved those and I canned the other one. So in 2 days, I have 3 decent, and I mean really good. It's like, yeah, I can do a video about that and write it up. And I'm looking for the more substantive type videos where I can do a companion blog post for premium, you know, paid members and you know, so yeah, anybody can access the video free, but for the depth of insight, gotta pay my subscription, $6 a month or 33% discount at $50 a year. And that's the only way there's gonna be to support, you know, just be a member of the blog, a paid member. Easy stuff. So then the other practicality is another tool I use called Headline Analyzer, and that's really cool. I'm using it for both blog and video titles, putting a little sizzle into it to make it more likely to be clicked on by someone. Of course, everybody does that. That's why you have to do it. You have to be competitive out there. You're competing for eyeballs and attention. Okay, so that's it on the video production stuff. Now, how about personal life? Well, you know, as I've mentioned endlessly, you know, I'm not drinking booze anymore, so that's really made it great, and I don't even think about it. I'm pretty much sticking to my 18:6 or 19:5, some 20 to 4 eating windows. So yeah, I mean, it's amazing your energy levels when you're going at least 18 hours between last food and first food every day, right? Tremendous. Just try it. Yes, it'll take a while to acclimate to it, but once you do, you find that the hunger isn't going to kill you. After a time, you won't even notice it. Another practicality is kind of the development of it. You know, I started off doing these just sitting at my desk, or wow, racy, you know, doing them while you know, sitting in the pool, something like that. And then I start this activity where pretty much every day I'm out walking, and when I walk, it's 7 kilometers, which is about 4.5 miles. I do it barefoot, and it includes a 100-meter ascent, which is about 300 feet ascent, go up and come back down, 2 laps around a nice lake, and I have lots of lots of people I know here, people I knew before and people I've met since, a lot of French folks. So, you know, like I'm talking, and there's places I go with French friends, so it's very great to get back into that, you know, to get my my abilities, my competence in speaking French and understanding French back up to where it was 30 years ago when I was working there. So there's all of that. The food, oh, and the gym, you know, I did those 15 videos and I managed to put in, I do 2 full bodies a week, and it's between an hour and a half of gym time. I'm not trying to break any records, so man, oh man, sometimes I am. The 7-kilometer walk and then the gym on those days, oh, I can get hungry, you know, but it's heavy on the protein. Thailand is easy to do no added fat. Their food doesn't have a lot of added fat, right? So you know, keep the rice to a minimum. What else on this? Well, I think that's about it. Richard Nikoley, freetheanimal.com. Do all that stuff you're supposed to do and head over to Free the Animal and become a member.